Guys, today we'll be covering Practice It, Exercise 8.2, flipPoint. The problem reads that add the following method to the point class, public void flip, and this class is supposed to negate and swap the x and y coordinates of the point object. For example, if the object initially represents the point 5, -3, after a call to flip, the object should represent 3, -5. If the object initially represents the point 4, 17, after a call to flip, the object should represent -17 and -4. Okay, so we'll start by writing the class. So public void flip, and we'll add the curly braces. And next, we'll just start by identifying a random variable. So we'll just say int, since these are all integer values, these are all numbers. And I'm just going to go with the variable point, and that is going to be equal to x. So I know this doesn't really make sense right now, but as I code, I'll explain the rest of the logic. Okay, and then after that, we'll just say x equals -y. So what that does is, let's say we look at this example, 5, -3, then that 5, which is the x value here, is going to be switched to the y value, and that's going to be negated. So if we look at 5, -3 here, this would switch to here, and if you look at 5, it switched to the y place, and it was negated. Okay, so now we got that x variable down, and now let's go for the y variable. Okay, so we'll just say y is equal to -point. So the reason I'm saying point instead of x is that if we look at y here, this has to be switched over to the x place and has to be negated, right? So what that did was, since y, I set that equal to -point, and point is equal to x, right? And if we say x here, then the x was already switched to -y. So this kind of, the variable point puts the initial x variable instead of the change x variable. So that's the reason why I put point. So this will, again, just to review, this will switch the 5 over to the y value, and this will switch the -3 to the x value, and both of them will be negated in this code. So if I submit that, those should all be correct. So all these test cases were passed. So that's all for Practice It, Exercise 8.2 flipPoint, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.